Hello, everybody. Welcome to Reserve Seating. We are back with a mailbag episode.
Where's the joke?
Oh, I didn't prepare one. Sorry.
That means you have to do two next week.
All right, we'll do two next week. I
All
forgot
right.
all about it. I
All right. All right. All
apologize to
right.
everybody
All
watching.
right. All right. Reserve seating starts right now.
Hi, everybody. We are back with a mailbag episode. So we got a fun list of questions. So thank you to everybody
This
who,
is a really good list. We say that every week, but this is a really good list, guys. So thank you to everybody who gave us questions.
correct. Yes. So Rob, which one do you want to start with?
I want to start with Nathan's.
Okay.
This is, I assume, friend of the podcast, Nathan.
It is.
Okay,
Yes.
great. All right, so I like this one a lot. What's a life hack or something tangible you learned from a movie? For instance, I learned to put Tabasco sauce on my popcorn from the movie Poetic Justice.
There's one that came to mind right away. I don't use it, but I thought it was so specific where I was like, oh, this screenwriter's been waiting his entire life to put this in a script.
Yes.
And it's in the John Travolta movie White Man's Burden, where the movie stops cold for a minute so Travolta can put salt from a salt shaker into the ketchup he squeezes onto his little basket.
Okay.
Uh, with a squeezy thing bottle. And Harry Belafonte's like, "Why aren't you just putting the salt on your French fries?" And Travolta says, "It won't stick to the fries. If you put the salt in the ketchup, you can control the amount of salt that goes on each fry."
I was thinking a lot about like facts, like things I know because I heard them in movies.
Yeah.
And what's great about this is there's no way for me to really know which ones are apocryphal. Like I don't know. I know things
Mhm.
because movies told me. Like for example, I learned about what posittraction was from My Cousin Vinny. It's a limited slip differential that
Yeah.
distributes weight evenly, right, between the
Mhm.
front and back tires. It's how you get stuck in the mud in Alabama, right?
Mhm.
So somebody says, like my stepdad, for example, says like, "Oh, posittraction." I'm like, "Yeah, definitely, I know all about that from Marissa Tomei." I learned from Jurassic Park and actually just used this the other day that all vertebrate embryos are inherently female and they need the extra bit of hormones at the right stage to make them into males. I learned from Ocean's 11 that casinos, by law, have to have enough money in their vault to cover every chip on their tables. Once again, I don't know if any of these are actually true, but I learned them from movies. But in terms of a skill or in terms of a thing, a tangible
Yeah.
thing that I've done probably every single day since I first saw this movie. Do you remember Alan Cummings' character from GoldenEye? The
Yeah.
actor?
Boris. Yeah.
He does this thing and it
Yeah.
becomes a plot point later.
Hmm.
Whenever I first saw GoldenEye in the mid 90s or late 90s, whatever it was, I learned to do this, which is not a skill, but like I
Yeah.
thought I was hot shit. And I've done this every single day that I have a pencil or pen in my hand for 25 years, however long it's been.
Do you click the pen
I do. If
like
it's a
Boris?
pen, and then I try, see, this is the whole thing. I do the clicking and then I try to see if I can count how long, like how many clicks it was. And if I
Yeah.
forget, because if you don't know Goldeneye, the whole thing was that the pen is going to explode. But no, every single time I have a pen in my hand, I have to do this and I do the clicky top.
Our next question comes from Chris.
Mhm.
It says, "This June exploitation I discovered I love 1970s Joe Don Baker, maybe in part because he's such an unconventional leading man. Do you have a favorite leading actor or actress who doesn't fit A-list stereotypes?"
So I was thinking right away with this, guys specifically that jumped out at me that are clearly handsome, great actors, but don't feel like they're going to be A-list leading men. Like I was thinking of like
Mhm.
Adam Driver and Oscar Isaac, guys like Riz Ahmed, like dudes who are like really good looking, good actors, but like have been in star vehicles, like have led movies, but it doesn't feel like are really crossing over. My favorite guy right now though is Jack Quaid.
Mhm.
And I like when a movie like the there's that Idris Elba movie where he's the prime minister. It was an Amazon thing, Heads of State, and there's a little pop of Jack Quaid in that. I
Mhm.
also finally caught up with Novocaine and really liked it. I think that obviously Jack Quaid's got the pedigree where he could be a leading man if you want to, but I want him to play weirdos. I want him to keep playing weirdos. So right now, he and like Nicholas Holt are like my favorite weirdos.
So my answer goes a little bit further back.
Yeah,
I would say for actress, I would pick Kathy Bates.
totally.
I just kind of marvel at her skill as an actor. She's somebody who like does it in an unshowy way, but it's showy enough
Yeah,
that like you really appreciate just the craft of acting while watching her. And then my second pick would be um uh Dennis Franz. I mean, it's more of a TV
yeah.
answer, but when I was a kid, I would love watching NYPD Blue, and Andy Sipowicz I thought was the most dynamic, interesting character, especially as the series evolves from where he starts to where he ends. Um, and yeah, he never really had like a leading man stint in movies, but he's certainly unconventional. He seems like a guy that you would see, just on the street, or it might be like rap and not an actor. This question comes from Monkey. JB and Patrick brought this topic up on the Jurassic Park episode, but didn't really have an answer. So I'll ask you, what are your top five favorite Spielberg set pieces? All right, I'll say number five is the epilogue in Schindler's List,
Mm,
where the actors portraying the people in the movie and the people who are dramatized in the movie go visit Oscar Schindler's stone.
right.
Number four, the minecart scene in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Number three, I'll go with the could be either the T-Rex scene or the raptors in the kitchen in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Number two, I'll go with E.T. going home. And number one, I'll say when Jaws breaches the orca at the end of the movie and the climax follows.
So a lot of your well, a lot of yours were mine too. So
Mhm.
what I'm going to do instead, I kind of had a backup idea in case we had a lot of similar ones. And Monkey, I
Okay.
don't think you'll mind. I picked two that really stand out to me because they demonstrate, I think, what Spielberg does really well. So the first one for me is the barrel chase in Jaws. And
Mhm.
obviously it's a great sequence and it's thrilling and it's exhilarating. I love for as much as the Jaws da dun da dun da dun is the most famous music of that movie. I love the sort of kind of like swashbuckling theme that's playing during that sequence. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Like that's my favorite Jaws music. Um, and what I like about that, and this will allude to my other one, um, or connect to my other one. I like that it makes a really huge atmosphere seem really small, or environment, excuse me, a really huge
Yeah.
environment seems small because you're hyper fixated on those barrels, right? You're on the vast ocean, but you're hyper fixated on the barrels, right? And then the other one, which you did mention, is the raptors in the kitchen in Jurassic Park. And what I like about that one, aside from that being my first really formative Spielberg movie and like one that sequence really scared me, it does the opposite. It makes a really small environment seem big, right? Because you're
Yeah.
you're following the kids as they're moving through it, and you're following the raptors. And then they have like when he breaks into the sprint at the end of the sequence to get to the freezer, it feels like forever until he gets there. And this is
Mhm.
like really good Spielberg time manipulation and space manipulation and all that. So, like I said, a lot of mine are also on your list, but I just thought the big and the small of those two really stand out to me.
I'm surprised that none of the Jurassic sequels have had it where somebody goes to that freezer, opens the door, and finds frozen raptor inside.
Somebody at Universal just like a little light just went off. Like, what? I'll read the next one. Next one is from David. And David asks, is there a franchise or series you like, but really only enjoy one or two entries and continue to support in hopes for the best regardless? I guess I'll start with this one. And honestly, the one that came to mind right away is Star Wars. The more Star Wars movies they make, the fewer good Star Wars movies there are. The other ones I wrote down, like I'm firmly of the opinion, kind of like Patrick with Ghostbusters, where to me Scream is one movie. Scream ended the slasher. It's the definitive word. I've never liked a Scream sequel. I don't understand why they exist, but I will still see them because I do I want to believe that somebody will pull out a really good Scream sequel. Um, and then the other one is Men in Black. The first Men in Black is a perfect movie. The sequels are all dog shit, and I still though think there might be something in that formula somewhere that would make me want to see the next one that they try. I don't know. Those are the two that came to me. Right.
The Men in Black thing is frustrating because all they need is an interesting case and it's a good
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
like it's really odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pick, I had Scream on my list,
Mhm.
which you explained. I'm more of a fan of Scream
You
2
like the
than you
Screams?
are,
Yeah,
but I don't like 3, 4, or 5. 6 I thought was okay.
yeah, that's
But
fine.
every time there's opening night of a new Scream, I'm ready to
Oh,
go
me too.
because I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with it. And I guess Jurassic Park also has to
Sure.
fall into this category. I like the Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 enough. Of course, they don't hold a candle to the original, but every time I see a new line of toys for the that coincides with the new Jurassic movie, I'm more interested than the film ever delivers on the promise of those toys. And then our last question comes from Manuel. It's late at night, the house is quiet. You want to lay back, put on your headphones and take your mind off of things before heading to bed. What movie do you put on?
Good.
Guess I'll go first because I don't have like a real great answer on this one. But sometimes I'll watch like 10 minutes of the movie, the documentary Out of Print about like the New Beverly Theater
Nice.
in Los Angeles, and it just kind of is comfort food. And it's just I like listening to talking heads who are cinephiles talk about how much they love their rep theater.
Right.
So that one's real easy. And then the other two is I could easily watch like 10, 15 minutes of either Licorice Pizza or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like hangout movies like that before I go to bed.
This one's tough for me because I don't put movies on to like relax. Like I don't like I don't
Mhm.
have a TV in the bedroom or anything like that. Like I don't really do that. Like I decompress with podcasts or I read. But to Manuel's point, which is a good one, which is kind of like what do you want to do to kind of let everything slide off of you. And I was thinking of one of my favorite what David Sims from Blank Check calls gentle movies.
Mhm.
One that just always it has sort of a lilting score to it, and it's thoughtful and it's a little it's kind of I don't know, it feels like a nighttime movie to me, and that's Bennett Miller's Moneyball, a movie that
Yeah.
I know you and I both love.
Mhm.
That movie, like I always just think of the opening, like the sort of the kind of lilting piano with the clips of the ALCS with the A's and the Yankees and all that, and like just moving into the sort of soft narrative structure of that movie. I mean, obviously there's a lot of yelling and a lot of, but like at that point,
Mhm.
I'll probably have fallen asleep already, so I won't. I'll just see Brad Pitt kind of like
Yeah.
just Pitt sitting at the Coliseum with his feet up, looking at all the seats. Like
Mhm.
that's just a great like decompressing, relaxing headspace.
And thank you again, everybody, for all of your
Those
questions.
are cool
We really
questions.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I apologize if I'm a little low energy and out of sorts this week. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but we wanted to make sure we got an episode out to you. So we will be back next week with a drive-in time machine episode. So I will propose 5 time travel trips to drive-ins of the past
Mhm.
to Rob, and we'll have 2 or 3 double features to choose from, and we will decide which one we would go to, say we had that time machine. And then I don't know, maybe, just maybe, if we find a double feature we really like, maybe we could do that in a future
Maybe we do
episode.
that for another show. Yeah.
Yeah. So until next time,
These seats are doing this like all through fifth grade, just like over and over again. And I would drop it, of course, and like, I would get
the
made fun
seats have hands.
of. See, it's a Wes Craven movie.
Yeah.